May not be very sunny outside, but never mind, we can remember. The sun makes us feel happy, makes us go brown, ripens our crops, but it's also a source of energy and power. For instance, we've already looked at solar-powered watches with solar panels on the top that show you the time, there in seconds. We also know of solar heating for houses, new-built houses. But have you heard of a solar-powered boat? Believe it or not, the inventor has travelled 75 miles on this craft. The solar panels aren't on it at the moment because they're on a more important invention, a solar-powered car. And this is Alan Freeman, who in fact is the inventor.
Hello.
Alan, it to me seems very exciting indeed that you can have a solar-powered car. Do you think it really is a possibility?
Oh yes, the model shows that the full-scale job can be built.
Now, you have actually built another car before. You built an electric car. Did that help in any way towards the solar car?
Yes, it enabled the formula used for calculating the speed and power to be checked, and the same formula was applied to the solar car, and it worked out all right. So from this we can deduce that we could make a 15-mile-an-hour car.
Wow, that's exciting. Let's have a look at this one. It's actually only a model.
This is what, a quarter-scale model.
Quarter scale. And this is what it's all about, really?
Yes, it's the panels that provide the energy.
Now, the trouble is that in this country we don't get all that much sunshine. Does that matter too much?
Well, it does matter in this country, but I have in mind other countries like India, where you get continuous sunshine and brighter sunshine. And in those sort of countries, then it could be a more practical proposition than in this country.
Right, so what we need to do, actually, if this really does come to fruition, is pray for more sun. Summer like last year.
Well, a summer like last year, but I don't think they'll go on repeatedly.
No. Can I ask then if you could explain basically how it works?
Yes, the sun shines on a panel, and the panel consists of cells, individual solar cells. And the sun consists of energy particles, the rays of the sun. They shine on here, and the energy particles all move in one direction.
Rather like a daisy chain.
Rather like a daisy chain. The cells all add up, they're all coupled together, so that from the first cell to the last cell you then get 12 volts over half an amp. That's something over,
little wires
just from
here.
these two wires, something like 7 watts in full sunshine.
Gosh,
is
it seems
produced.
like magic to me. How expensive are they? I mean, if I asked you now to build me a full-size solar car.
Well, at the present time, the panels alone would cost about £5,000, which is a lot of money.
If you actually went into production, would it get cheaper?
Well, all the manufacturers who are doing work on it say that within 10 years this should come down to about £50.
That's better. That is much better. Now, you have the motor from your boat. Can you show us how it works?
This is the motor, and that propeller is just to show how the motor goes round. And there's the light producing electricity and driving a motor.
Away she goes. Yes,
There
we
she
have
goes.
our instant light, actually, courtesy of the studio electrician.
It's the same
No.
sort of thing.
Once you've bought your panels, what happens after that? How does it work, actually?
Well, the current is collected so that it all comes together down these cables. It supplies the motor through these meters, which tell the amount of voltage and the current being used. From there, it goes into the motor.
What sort of a motor is that?
This is a printed circuit motor, which is a thin disc of insulation with the winding printed on in the same way that a printed circuit television set is made. That produces rotation in the shaft, and the motor drives a gearbox and a differential, and that drives the car.
So there are very few moving parts to go wrong there.
Very few moving parts, and the rotating parts and not parts going up and down like the pistons of a car, so that it doesn't vibrate as much and is much more silent.
So once you've bought your solar panels, really, there isn't very much cost afterwards, because you don't have petrol,
No petrol,
no oil,
no oil,
it's almost silent,
almost silent,
no pollution.
no pollution.
Oh, it's wonderful. Now, because we couldn't guarantee brilliant sunshine for you, we've had to come into the studio. You actually can ride on this in sunshine,
In
can't
sunshine it will drive me, yes.
you? Well, we have lights that are powerful, but not quite powerful enough. But can we see if she'll work? If I ask for our lights to come on,
You put it in gear and off she goes.
And she's away. Not slowly either, actually, Alan, but must stay in the sunshine. Hello, we're going past a garage that she will never need. And, oh, out of the sun, out of the lights, and she stops. If you have no sunshine, obviously you can put a battery on.
You can put a battery on, and the battery will be charged from the sunshine when the car's not being used.
Great, Alan, thank you very much indeed.